Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Sunday night. I don't do too many late night live streams, but um, yeah, my wife has a girlfriend over, and they love to talk. so time for me to do this. So I grabbed myself a little bourbon, drinking a little smoked maple by Knob Creek. Delightful little drink. And I brought some. I'm in the closet, so I am broadcasting live from the comic book closet. I have a lot of treasures at my fingertips. I can easily pull out a fantastic book that a lot of people are talking about today. We can look at a couple things. Should be a good live stream. You never know where it's going to go. I'm going to be looking at some stuff that's coming out. Some pre-order stuff. I think the month of May pre-orders are going to be pretty good. There's going to be some really good books coming. So I finished my April pre-orders through DCBS. I'll kind of maybe maybe review that for a few minutes so everyone can kind of see what I'm targeting for April. So there's still time to get those pre-orders in. I can't remember what the cutoff is. I think it's through the end of February. So you still have some time to get those April pre-orders in. Yeah, let's see who's in the chat here. We got Luis Ramirez 504. Good to see you, my friend. Luis is always in here. He's usually the first in here, by the way. We got Manny the Comic Collector. Manny is the resident expert at finding a hard-to-find book at his LCS. I don't think there's anybody as good as Manny at doing that. We got Sean. Good to see you, Sean. Yes, live from the closet vault. That's right. We are live. So I've got a lot of cool books right at my, I can pull them out pretty easily. Or not pretty easily, but so in this closet I have about 20, I think about 20 long boxes and maybe 6 short boxes. I got 6 short boxes of books I need to sell. I need to start doing the live auctions with Metaphorical. I'm good buddies with Meta, and he's always asking me to come on and sell some books. I usually do pretty well. I've sold quite a few books, and let's say a year ago I was kind of doing it more regularly, but I need to start doing that again. Just even if because I just need to get rid of stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I'm just not interested in keeping anymore. Some of it's pretty good. I just may let a lot of it go pretty cheap. $1 books. Stuff I know is worth more than $1. So yeah, I might do that here in the next few weeks. I'm going to contact Meta and see what we got. Yeah, Lewis, I wish my closet was bigger. I mean, it's pretty good size. It's one of those closets where it's like a him and her. There's a wall divide, so I've got all my stuff on my section, and she's got all her stuff. I was smart to do that because, if you just get one big closet without a dividing line, pretty soon, what's going to happen is, her stuff's going to like invade, like a virus will invade my side of the closet. So there's a wall right here that divides all her stuff. So it kind of makes it nice. I can keep all my stuff organized. And I was doing that a little bit today. I was going through and moving things around and sort of trying to get a little bit better organized. So yeah, we're going to review some cool stuff. I got some books that came in the mail last few days. I got one that came today. And one of them came today. It had a little damage on it from Frankie's. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I can get another replacement or not. Who knows? We'll find out. All right. Who else we got here? Sean says Radiant Black #1, second print, and Spider-Man 55, third print. Gleason FOC today. Yep. Um, yeah, in fact, I got the Gleason third print Virgin. I bought that off a Gleason site. It sold out pretty quickly. I think within 5 to 10 minutes it was gone. I got that for $25. I tried to get the signed. He also had a signed print for $10 more that I tried to buy, and I just couldn't get it. I mean, I was fast too. Those went really quick, so I don't know what the print run on those were, but um, he didn't have too many of the signed ones available. So yeah, I missed out on the signed copy. The signed one would look nice because it's basically that print. You know, it's in blue. Then he's got that nice big signature. Yeah, I think that would be a really nice book to have. I'm not usually a signed signature guy. I don't really care that much about signatures. I don't. You know, it's not usually a big deal for me, but I think that book with the signature would have been pretty nice. So yeah, well, I missed it. What are you gonna do? Can't get them all. Mirror Videos, good to see you, my friend. Let's see who else we got in here in the chat. Same old crew. Got six people right now. Sometimes, you know, it takes a little while. Usually about 30 minutes into my live stream, I start to see more people pop in. I don't know. I got to keep reminding people to make sure they click the notification bell, because I don't know that YouTube really notifies everybody. I don't know. I don't think YouTube likes me. My channel has not been growing very well. I've been in that 750 to 760 purgatory for, man, months and months. I don't know how many months, 6 months. I probably could do a lot more to get it to 1,000. I don't do any gimmicks. I don't do any giveaways. I could do all that stuff. Hey, send me, I could track and, share my YouTube channel with 5 people. And, yeah, I don't really do any of that. So that's probably one of the reasons I'm not, because, I'll have some guys that have like 2,000-3,000 subs that watch my channel all the time. And they're like, dude, how come you're not at 3,000 subs? I don't get it. Your channel's better than mine. And I'm like, yeah, I don't play I guess I don't play the game. So that's part of the problem. What are you going to do? Maybe I'm just not that good. I don't know. What do you. GTK Comic, your spec on the Mike Mayhew High Republic #3 exclusive. Yes, I did buy the set. I should have bought 2. Man, that set went crazy. I think it's going for triple what I paid. I think it's going for pretty good money right now. Let's see what eBay has to say on that topic. Yeah, I like the cover. It's definitely the best cover. I think that's probably the best cover I've seen from on a Star Wars book. I can't think of anything that Petrie #1 cover was really good. Let me share my screen here. Yeah. All right. So there it is. So the trade dress is asking 50. There's a 9.8 asking 500. All right. There's a set asking 175. Virgin on an auction at 78 already with 15 hours left. So let's look at the buy it now. So you had a buy it now of 175 for the set. Another one for 150. Another one for 147. Another one for 130 plus $9 shipping. That seems to be the lowest, 130 plus 9. So 139. Yeah. So I did okay. I think I paid $60 for the set. So it's a little bit more than a double, right? Maybe triple eventually. Who knows? I think that's the first cover appearance. Whoever that character is, Marchion Rowe. I don't know. How come they always have these difficult names? Like back in the old days, when I was a young child and Star Wars came out, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, they were pretty simple names. Now everyone's got a freaking impossible name to pronounce. I don't know. They don't make it simple anymore. It used to be very simple, right? The names weren't too exotic. Now you got all these names you can't freaking pronounce. I don't know. Again, I've said it about 1,000,000,000 times. The only reason Star Wars is really doing well is it's riding the coattails of Mandalorian. I think the book of Boba Fett's going to be really good. I'm not going to talk about the Carano controversy. I think that's over. I thought she was a good side character to the series. The Boba Fett series wasn't going to have her in it anyways, to my knowledge. It's going to have that other chick that basically saddled up with Boba, and they took, obviously, at the end of the Mandalorian series, he takes over the Hutt's, Jabba the Hutt's, a compound there in Tatooine. So I think the Book of Boba Fett series will be really, really good. I can't wait for that. Now, the problem is I've unsubscribed from Disney Plus right now. I feel like an activist. I had to do something. I don't know. At some point, am I going to resubscribe to Disney? Not for a while. I know the Falcon and Winter Soldier are coming out. Right now, I just don't feel like giving them my money at the moment. And there's going to be a lull anyways for several months before anything really comes out. I don't know. I got a buddy in the IT business. I may just I'll just have him bootleg it for me probably. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that'll be a problem for me to arrange that. I'm not advocating doing that, but if I could find a way not to give Disney my money, I may try to do that. And my kids aren't into, I had Disney Plus for a while, and I thought my son and daughter would be into watching the old cartoons. They don't care, man. They don't care. My daughter's 12, and my son is 8 in March. Oh, he's 9 in March. Sorry, 9. He's 8 already. He's 9 in March, and they watch a couple shows on Netflix, and they don't care about Disney Plus. They don't. I think Disney Plus matters more for families that have really small kids. That's a good babysitter. Yeah, I am missing WandaVision. I did watch it all the way up until the reveal of Quicksilver. So I don't know. I may just have to catch the recaps. Yeah, I think WandaVision was pretty slow in the first few episodes. I mean, I kind of thought it was quirky, and obviously, I remember the old shows that they were parroting. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. So we're going to talk about some spec on WandaVision tonight. Nothing new here. I'm going to be parroting stuff that's already sort of been out there, so it's not any new information. Yeah, Hans Yoda is nice. I agree. Anyone pre-ordered the DD25 Peach Momoko 1 in 25 third print? I did not. Yeah, I'm not real high. I'm not a big advocate of the 1 in 25 second and third prints. I think it's just kind of nuts. I don't know. Yeah, I mean there could be some low ordering on that. Yeah, we're going to talk about a few things. I got a couple books to show you that I think are pretty scarce right now. The Star Wars new naming is awful. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Yes, I stopped at the Quicksilver reveal. Correct. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to bootleg the rest of the series. I do like those. God, those X-Men movies weren't the greatest, but those scenes with Quicksilver, like I'll sometimes just watch the on YouTube. I'll just watch the clip of those scenes, or that one where he's in the kitchen and he runs around. I love that scene, and then the obviously the one where he saves everybody from the explosion at the Xavier Mansion. Yeah, I love those scenes. It's awesome. I definitely think they could do a Quicksilver movie standalone. I think it would be fantastic. And that kid that played him, I thought was really good. So obviously he's a little older looking now. He's a middle-aged. He looks like a middle-aged Quicksilver. You can tell he's got a little bit of age to him, but I thought he was one of the highlights of those X-Men movies. I thought he was really good. Let's see here. Lewis says my kids ages 3 and 4 don't like Disney. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that. Usually that's the age that they're into Disney movies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard to know what kids are into these days, you know. Sean says, I bet Ian McKellen shows up as Magneto. Yeah, I think that's one of the big speculation, is that you're going to see Magneto show up in the movie or in the show. Yeah, he probably needs some money. I don't know that he's doing a lot lately, right? So yeah, probably needs a little coin in his pocket. Yeah. So the High Republic, I love it. I love that cover. I can't wait to get it. I ordered it from. I think I ordered it from East Side Comics. I ordered another comic book from them, by the way. I need to message them and see if they'll combine shipping and send me a little refund on the shipping. What's the other book I'm going to buy from them? Oh, I want to buy that Deadpool #1. That comes out tomorrow. So I'll give East Side Comics a little plug here. I've not ordered a lot from them in the past, maybe one other time. But they've got a couple good exclusives lately. They obviously had the Star Wars High Republic. They've got this Deadpool #1 Clayton Crane cover. It looks pretty sick. To coin my good friend Billy, it looks sick. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, let me blow this up here a little bit. So there'll be a trade dress and a Virgin. I got the email about it. Let me see what the email said. Yeah, it goes on sale tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, they don't give you the print run of the trade dress, but the Virgin is limited to only 1,000 copies. So it's probably the typical 3,000 for the trade dress. Yeah, it is 3,000 print run for the trade dress, which is $25, or the set is 60. So the sets will sell out fast. The A and B Virgin variant pack will sell out. That's $60. That'll sell out pretty quick. There's also some signed COAs. There's Yellow Label signed. I'm not a big CGC guy. I don't buy a lot of graded books. I'm not saying I don't have graded books. I do, but I don't buy a lot of them, especially new books. I don't know. It's against my religion to buy brand new CGC books. I don't know. I just don't do it. So that's one that I'm looking at. How many times have they rebooted Deadpool? I don't know. What's the volume? Is this number 8? Volume 8? Volume 10? I can't keep track of it. I like the cover though. I mean, Crane is hot. It's going to sell out. I'm pretty sure it'll be probably $120 for the set the next day. So, I mean, when is this trend? I mean, I tell you, there's probably 4 or 5 artists. If it's Marvel, the chances it sells out is very quick. Independents, you got to be a little bit more picky when it comes to independents. For independent titles, I have to really, really like the art. The art has to be phenomenally good. Um, if it's a well-known artist like Crane and he's doing a Marvel exclusive, yeah, it's gonna sell. It's gonna be hot. Everyone's gonna want it because it's Marvel. Deadpool's obviously a major character. I think that cover's awesome. I love Juggernaut, so I'm all over that. But what is this? The 10th reboot of Deadpool? 10th at least. I don't know. I remember several years ago, I bought those Delato Virgin Delato Deadpool #1s. Man, those were hot books. I haven't looked to see what those are going for these days. I have 2 of them. Let me look. Let me look real quick. Why not? Why not? This is my show. I can do anything I want. This is why I get invites a lot to go to join other shows where I'm in a panel and all that. I don't want to do that though because I like to just talk about what I want to talk about and go where the flow is, right? I don't know. Yeah, so there was a trade dress that's still 9.6 for 89 for $90, 9.6 for 150. Here's a raw for 78. All right, here's a virgin 9.6 for 250. Those are, let's see. Ooh, that's a nice book right there. I love that cover. Man, $8, that's a good deal. Domino #1, Deadpool. Yeah, that's nice. That seems like a good deal. But yeah, I don't see any virgins for sale. Maybe if I type in virgin, it'll narrow it down. Yeah, there's the only virgin I see for sale is that graded 9.6 for $250. Oh no, there's one. There's a 9.8 signed by Delato for 600. So I've got one of these virgin ones. I got 2 actually. 2 of them. I think I paid $50 each originally for those. Oh, there's that Miles Morales. I grabbed 2 of those the other day. That was a good deal. What I pay $50 a piece for those? So yeah, I mean, I think they're going for double what I paid right now. Yeah, Miles Morales, and it's issue 25. Which don't be surprised if there's something special happening in that issue. It's a 25th issue. There could easily be a new appearance of some character. Yeah, I definitely think you got to pay attention to those numbers. 25th issue, yeah. I think that's a number you want to pay attention to. Oh, I love this book here. I bought 2 of these, by the way. The Virgin Marvel Voices, Delato Morales cover. Ah, oh, sweet. And I think I already sold it for decent money. I sold 1 copy already. I'm still waiting on it. That's the only problem with Unknown Comics. They've got some really cool cover exclusives, but man, it takes forever to get the book. It just does. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's sold out. It sold out within a couple days. If you guys follow my Instagram, I definitely posted about that and told everyone to pick one up. A couple days later, it sold out and sells about double what I paid. Yeah, it was a $30 book. And then you do one of those deals where you buy like 2 copies, you get the 3rd one free, that kind of bullshit. So I think I picked up 3 copies, so I get basically 1 for free, and that's the one I sold, and I sold it for enough to basically pay for the other 2. So, I mean, shit, you can't beat that deal. But the only problem is Unknown Comics is a little slow in getting their books out. That's the only issue there. So, but yeah, I love Delato. Delato's a great artist. And I do think this Deadpool, you can see people are already pre-selling it, even though the book hasn't been for sale yet. That's pretty ballsy, right? Hey, let me put a listing on this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get one tomorrow, and I'm going to go ahead and pre-sell it on eBay for $70, even though the book hasn't been issued. So he's obviously pretty confident. This eBay seller is pretty confident he's going to get one. So is this one. Yeah. I mean, it's the flip game. When you've got, a major artist like Delato, Crane, doing a Marvel book with a limited print run, it's an easy double. It's an easy double. Let's see here. Sean says Juggernaut had his own series that didn't sell at all. Yeah, you're right. It didn't sell well, but I liked it. I mean, I've been reading it. It's been good. I think the writing's excellent. I think the art's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's not selling too much, but I thought it was pretty good so far. I've been enjoying it. GTK Comics says the High Republic #3 is still available at Mutant Beaver. The 9.8 version CGCs went quick, but the other copies are still available. There you go. All right. So if you're in Canada, that's definitely a good place to go, Mutant Beaver. If you're in the States, shipping is sometimes prohibitive. I've bought a lot of stuff from Mutant Beaver in the past. And I think that's my only drawback, is that the shipping can be, it's got to go through customs. It's typically a little bit more expensive. And it takes a little longer to get it. So those are the drawbacks. But if you're in Canada, definitely that's a good place to go. I think a lot of Canadians use Mutant Beaver all the time. So, yep. Thank you, Jimmy from GTK Comic. Good man. All right, what else can we talk about tonight? Get these glasses off. They kind of leave glare. I may have to go down and refresh my drink soon. I did get some books. Yeah, I've shown a couple of these before. Oh, by the way, my wife got me this today. Duke Cannon Supply Company, Buffalo Trace Bourbon Soap. Can you believe this? Bourbon soap. Now my freshly cleaned balls will have the smell of Buffalo Trace bourbon on them. I'm just, with all the bourbon I drink, and then I'm going to soap myself up with bourbon soap. God, I'm in heaven. Next, I need like bourbon baths. I need like maybe some cheap bourbon I can buy and just like pour it in the bathtub and take a bourbon bath with my bourbon soap. Yeah, so I just thought that was awesome. Buffalo Trace Bourbon Soap. Can't beat that. I'm a bourbon guy. Everybody knows that. Yeah, I mean, I've shown this book off a little bit. I'm so proud of this book. God, I love showing it off. What can I tell you? I love that it has Scarlet Witch on the cover. Doctor Strange #11. This is a 1 in 50. You talk about a tough book to get. Back when this came out, that was probably, most shops definitely did not see this book. And if you had the wherewithal to buy this, especially multiple copies, man, how smart was that? So this was a book that for the longest time has been $150, $175, $200 book in raw condition, that high in raw condition. And finally, like a week or two ago, there were 2 copies just below $100. I really should have bought both of them. There was one for like $95. I got this for $89. And it's an absolute mint condition. I mean, this definitely would grade it a 9.8 in my opinion. It's pretty much flawless. So I love when it goes into the old My Light. Now, if I was going to sell this, I would grade it for sure, but it's not being sold. It's not for sale. It's not for sale. I've got, how many of these encoded books do I have now? I have 3 in hand. I think I've got 4 more coming. I have 4 more of these coming. I went nuts on this book. I bought them all for around $10 to $15. I think I got a couple of them for like $8 plus shipping. So with shipping, maybe $10. But man, I went hardcore on this book. I know it's selling pretty well on eBay. There's been some sales in that $80 to $100 range. I think there was one sale at $200. I think it sells pretty consistently around $40 to $50 right now. My suggestion is, if you can't get this book, I mean, obviously, I think that the time to get it between $10 to $20 is probably over. But if you can get this for like $30 to $40, I would pick it up and just set it aside. Forget that you own it. I think long term, people are going to want this book. The print run is low. It is low. There's no doubt about it. It's low. And come on, that freaking cover. I mean, I don't know. I've not seen a lot of work by this artist. The cover artist is Joel Humberto Herrera. His name is not as catchy as Adam Hughes, but he dropped. I mean, damn, that's Adam Hughes in his heyday right there. That is a beautiful pinup art cover, and I think this book long term is going to be a big book. Big book. I'm not. If I could sell these for $100, I wouldn't sell them. So that's what I think long term on these. I'm thinking out 4 or 5 years in the future. People are going to want that cover. I'm telling you. I would buy these below $50 for sure, and just put them away. Put them away. Don't forget that you own them. Yeah, so we'll talk about another book here. Spawn 314. First appearance of the Chain Gang is in this issue, and man, that is the raw pencils of Capullo cover. I love this cover. Look at the freaking detail. Lately I've not been a big fan of Capullo's art, but man, this one is just. I bought 315 too, by the way. I had that coming in the mail. I think I bought 2 copies of 315. I think I paid $80 for this. Right after I bought it, I think it was going for like $120, $130, maybe $150. I don't know if it's still in that price range, but I would say if you could get this under $100, I would buy it. It's a first appearance. This is a 1 in 50 cover. Not a lot of shops are going to order that heavy on Spawn. So they ordered heavy on Spawn 300 and 299. You know, the issues leading up to 300, they ordered heavy on, and I think a couple issues after 300, a lot of shops ordered pretty heavy on. But now we're up to 314. Not a lot of shops are ordering 50 copies of Spawn. They're just not. They're not. Maybe 10, 15. If this is a 1 in 25, I'd be like, don't get that excited. But a 1 in 50, long term, I think there's some really good investment potential in this book. And then, of course, there's the colored version with the Capullo and McFarlane finished art on that. I love that. I just love that cover, though. God, it's so good. All right, and that book right now, if someone offered me $150 for it, I would turn it down. So that tells you what I think about that. All right, this is what I got in the mail today. Yeah, there's a damage to the trade dress. So this was a trade dress Virgin set. A girl walks home alone at night. It's a long title. A girl walks home alone at night. That's the Frank Miller homage. I can't remember what is an homage to. Is it a Batman book? I'm not too sure. I'm going to take the trade dress out. Real quick here and show you the flaw. I don't know if Frankie's is going to do anything for me on it, but man, there's a little bit of a problem. Look at the bottom of that. It's like there's like a film. See that on the bottom? I don't know what happened. It's like you can see it's like also right on this edge. It's like it's peeling off. So I got kind of a defective issue here. I mean, other than that, it's in perfect shape. I mean, they use a nice cardstock paper. But yeah, that corner right there, you can kind of see how that film is peeling off. It's really strange. I don't know what happened. So I don't know. I posted on Frankie's Facebook page about it. Maybe they'll The problem is, if it's sold out, they're going to be like, "Hey, we don't have any. Sorry, we'd give you a replacement issue if we had it, but we don't." So, that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe it's more valuable because there's a printing defect. I don't know. It's more valuable now. How many of these had that? How many of these issues had that printing defect on? I don't know. But the Virgin's really nice. The Virgin's in perfect shape, so at least the Virgin came. No problems on the Virgin copy. But and that book's got some heat. It sold out pretty quickly. It's an Alan Qua cover. Alan Qua, he's been pretty popular lately. He's doing a lot of covers. And it's pretty sick. It's pretty good. I like it. And it sold out fairly fast, pretty fast. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, yeah. So this is one that I bought directly from Scout Comics. I posted this on Instagram. I'm into these metal covers lately. I like these metal covers. This is, I don't know how do you pronounce it? Catwoman Number 1. I think it's some kind of elf. She-elf that doesn't wear a top. That's my kind of elf. I want to be visited by an elf that barely wears a top. But she does carry a sword, so be careful. She knows how to use it. I just love this cover by Carla Cohen. And it's a metal cover. I mean, if you guys really looked at these metal covers, I love them. I don't know. I'm addicted to them. I just think they're so good. They look, especially when you hold them in your hand and you feel the metal, the cold metal touch. So good. And it's heavy. It's got a little weight to it. And it's obviously perfect. There's no way this book doesn't get a 9.8 or a 9.9. Maybe it's a 10. I don't know. But again, if you look in the corner there, there's only 70. This is number 76 of 100. So they only made 100 copies of this. It sold out. It took a couple days. It's not like it sold out super fast. Yeah, there's a lot of nudity in this. Naked. Yeah, you gotta like naked elves. I mean, hot, large-breasted, naked elves. There's nothing wrong with that. So the book, the art inside is not too bad either. It's pretty good. Scout Comics, they've been on fire lately. A lot of their books have been optioned. I have no idea if this will get optioned. I don't even care. This is a Carla Cohen art cover, and it's on a metal cover, and I got it for $50. Done. All day, I got it. It's done. And none for sale on eBay. None. I don't see any listings on eBay so far. And I like these metal covers. I don't know. It's the cold steel. It just feels so nice in your hand. I don't know what to tell you. I love it. I mean, it's nice in a my light, but man, there's nothing like holding a metal cover in your hand. It's so awesome. Everyone should own at least one metal cover in their lifetime. I own several. I feel blessed. All right, another book that's really hot. It's been on a lot of Hot 10 lists this week. Hot 10 lists is Avengers number 186. I've got 2 copies. They're both kind of, one copy here is definitely like a mid-grade. I'd say like a 6, 5.5 to a 6 range. The other one might be like a 7.5 to an 8, maybe an 8.5. So this one right here is is in pretty nice shape. They're not neither of them are 9.0s or higher. I would say like 8.5 would be the highest. Yeah, maybe if this was pressed, it might get a 9.0 to a 9.2 if it was pressed. I don't know. It looks nice. So this is the first appearance of Shannon, whatever his name is. He's a demon entity that can possess people. He's possessed Scarlet Witch in the past. He's possessed Quicksilver. So with this new WandaVision show, this is likely to be a book that's going to continue to do well. These even lower grade copies are selling like $30 to $40. And this copy right here might be $60, $70 right now. High grade would be like anything 9.4 or higher. You're looking like $80 to $100 or more right now in that book. Yeah, I mean, the way I got these fairly cheap. I bought them in comic lots. So I bought Avengers like 182 to 192 or something like that, and that was in the lot. So I got a couple extra really good books in there. Yeah, I think these are worth holding on to. At least I got one nice copy, and the other one's a little beat up, but not too bad. And then last but not least, this was one of the hottest books that came out a week ago. I was all over this. I told people on my Instagram to pick this up. In fact, I think the day I posted this was like a $40 to $50 book. I grabbed this. I got a good deal on this. I got this for $39 shipped, which is obviously still more than a ratio. This is a 1 in 25. But man, this book's going for big money right now. Huge money. So right now, let's look it up on eBay. I'm pretty sure there's a couple auctions. Let's take a look here. All right, we've got, here's a new listing, 4 days left, one bid already, and it's at 125 for the A cover and the 1 in 25 cover. Here's another auction with 6 days left at $142. So think about this. There's 6 days and 4 days left on these two auctions, and this one's at only $170. This 170 listing should probably sell out pretty quick, because these auctions are going to probably go higher than 170. Shit, there's 6 days left on this one, and it's at 142. Now, I understand the A cover. I think the A cover is going for like $20. But the B cover, the 1 in 25 cover is the one everyone really wants. That is long term. This could be a big boy book. This could easily be a big book. Yeah, there's not too many buy it nows. There's one buy it now for 170. That's it. And by the way, you see there's wrinkling. My copy has the same problem. I mean, it's damn Marvel cheap paper. All these books, if you're going to get the Shane Davis 1 in 25 graded, you have to get it pressed. You have to. There's nothing wrong with my copy. The edges are perfect. But I'm telling you, there's like the paper that, I don't know if it's humidity, I don't know what it is, but there's like a little wave that's, it's completely pressable. You can press it out, but I mean, you can see it. It's like there's like little waves in the cover. Damn, come on, Marvel. Why don't you look at Boom Studios books or Vault Comics? They actually use really high quality paper. You're producing shit like this. This paper sucks. It's terrible. There's no way a brand new book should need to be pressed. But this cover would need to be pressed. If you want a 9.8 in this, you have to press it. You'd have to press it. So my copy's a 9.8 if pressed. If pressed. And to me, that just pisses me off, because that, that's more Marvel being ridiculously, just cheap. Why can't they produce a good quality comic book like Vault and Boom Studios? Their comic books in quality are 50 times better than Marvel's. 50 times better. Marvel's that cheap. They're really, the margins are that thin. Hey, let's make an extra 10 cents. So ridiculous. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm on my soapbox with Marvel. Sean says, binge watching Raised by Wolves. Yes, I did watch that. That was good. I did enjoy that. Louis the 13th, good to see you, buddy. Sean says, sorry, I think hard to find means in the wild. I think punching something up on eBay and hitting search, then buy is not really hard search. No matter the print run, I buy all the books in the wild. Yeah, that's a good way to go. I know on that Taskmaster, that's going to be a tough book to find in the wild, just because there's, to qualify to get that book as a shop, you got to order 25 covers, 25A covers, and Taskmaster issue 1 or 2, maybe you had some shops that would order that heavily, but usually by the third issue, the demand drops quite a bit. So yeah, I can tell you one thing: none of the shops by me would have that book. None of them would. No way. There's probably 4 or 5 shops in the Tampa area. There is not a one that would have had that book. So, in bigger cities with a lot bigger pull lists, a lot bigger client base, you could see, there's going to be those opportunities, but it just depends on your shop. And on a book like that, there's not too many shops going to order that. GTK Comics says, your spec on the Gleason exclusive, please. ASM 55 homage cover. Venom exclusive. Oh yeah, the Venom one. I do have that coming in the mail at some point. I can't remember what that looks like. Is it Venom 33? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, I remember pre-ordering the set of this. This was available through Gleason's own website only. I think what did I pay? I think I ordered 2 sets of this too, if I remember right. Yeah, look at that. There's a trade-in virgin asking $300. Another one asking $300. I think I ordered 2 of those. Let me see here real quick. You know what I do now? I've got a good practice. Anytime I buy something, I screenshot the purchase on my phone. So I literally have I have a screenshot of all my purchases. Yeah, I bought 2 sets. Yep. So the raw virgin and trade dress of Venom 33, they were $75 a set, and I bought 2 of them. So that was $150 plus tax. No, yeah, plus tax and shipping. The total was about $175 for both sets. And I can sell 1 set right now for $300. That's a pretty damn good deal. I don't regret that decision. I'm very glad that I picked that up. The Gleason 50, the ASM. By the way, I wanted to touch on that new Spider-Man costume. Yeah, I mean, obviously, people want to collect all these sets. So I think the 1 in 25, that white, that was probably one that I should have picked up. I think I could have pre-ordered it too for like $60. That was stupid not to buy that. The original one is really nice. Jimmy was nice enough to send me one of those, which is awesome. That was the first one, which still has some demand to it. But I think the second print 1 in it's 1 in 50. Is it a 1 in 50? I thought it was a 1 in 25. Yeah, this one's really nice. I like that white with the black. Yeah, I think my favorite is this, is the white with the black. Kind of sketch looking. Yeah. I didn't get it. I mean, I could have easily bought it for like $50, $60, and I didn't do it. I feel stupid now. But I mean, I think it's a classic cover. I think people are always going to kind of want it and demand it. So, the blue virgin, I've got that coming to me from Gleason directly. That should be pretty nice. Hopefully it's in good condition. But I like them. I like them all. I think if you want to collect a nice cover, ASM cover, no one's really reading. No one's reading Amazing Spider-Man right now. I can tell you that much. What is it? Amazing Spider-Man number 61 is going to be the premiere of the new cover. Show me the old stuff. Where did I see that? Somebody. Yeah, here it is. All right, this is the new costume? I don't like it. I don't know. I mean, you just can't be. How many times have they tried to come out with a new costume for Spider-Man? The original is the best. The red and blue is still the best. I think the second best is the black costume. And then that's it. I don't, I didn't care for the Iron Spider suit. I mean, some people liked it. I didn't think it was that great. I don't like this. I don't like this costume at all. So, again, when you have bad writing, you kind of have to inject some kind of buzz into your comic book somehow. And that's what it looks like to me. It's a desperate attempt on a book that should be selling way, way more than it is. Amazing Spider-Man is your premier Marvel character. And what are the sales per month? I mean, for your number one character, it's terrible. It's not what it should be. I think they should just kick Nick Spencer off of it and give the title over to Chip Zdarsky. Chip Zdarsky's writing Daredevil. He could probably handle 2 books. Give him Spider-Man and Daredevil. Pay him a lot of money. I'd pay him as much as Donny Cates. I think he's doing as well as Donny Cates in most cases. I'd pay him a lot of money, and I'd have him write Spider-Man and Daredevil. Done. If I was running Marvel, that's what I would do. The sales of ASM have been poor. They've not been good. I'm not the first one to tell you that. It's just the way it is. So, a new cover is not going to do anything. Yeah, whatever that issue that comes out with it, people will buy it because it's the new costume, but it's not as good as the original, so it's not going to last. You're not going to see Spider-Man forever in this costume. No, just like that Iron Spider suit that came out. All these, how many different Spider-Man suits have there been? Tons. They never last. The original's still the best. The black suit's the only one that comes close. That's my opinion. I don't like the new suit sucks. I mean, I don't like it. What are you gonna do? Sean says the Taskmaster series is garbage. I know you're buying for the cover, but at least buy a series that is hotter than Miles, not Taskmaster's series, Juggernaut, Deadpool. Not great series. Yeah, I've not really read Taskmaster yet. I pre-ordered the first 2 issues and the 3rd issue. I don't even think I pre-ordered the 3rd issue, so I totally bought that for the cover, and I kind of knew it was going to be a hot book. In fact, the day before Midtown came out with the book, I couldn't find it online. It was gone everywhere. It was sold out everywhere. That's another big indication. So if you guys watch my channel, you know that I talked about that Spider-Woman number 9 book. I posted it on Instagram. Told everybody to look for it, hunt it down if you can. Maybe your LCS has it. Maybe. Yeah, look at that. There's 2 auctions. One is 2 days left at $50. There's one at 2 days left for $29. There's a buy it now for $175. There's only 3 listings. That seems crazy. Jesus. Yeah. It's been selling in the. Yeah, there's one sale at 148, another one sale at 179, another sale at 150, 150, 129. You got to go all the way back to January 30th for a sale at $50. So it's been a $100 book or more for the last week and a half. Yeah. You know what? It's totally an homage. That's an homage cover, and I'll prove it. Hold on one second. Let me pull out. I have the book that it's an homage to. I should have pulled this out earlier when I was looking at it. Hold on a second, guys. It's in my short box of books to sell. I've been reorganizing. I think it's in this one. It's not. Damn it. It's in the other one. This is my workout, is moving comic book boxes. It's fantastic. It's a good way to get a workout. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, here it is. All right. I found it. So tell me this is not an homage. So the cover I just showed you. Now this artist is Rose Besh. As far as I know, she's a new artist. I've never heard of her before. But tell me this is not an homage to this one, right? So this is New Avengers number 15. That was the famous Michael Bendis run. I think Frank Cho was the artist. Who did that cover? So this was. So maybe this book will go up in value because it's, that Spider-Woman number 9 is basically an homage to this, right? It's just like it. Yeah, who did that cover? These books. I mean, I don't like Bendis's writing for the most part, but I think Cho did the art on that. I think it was Frank Cho. As far as I know, this is a Frank Cho cover. So yeah, that totally looks. It's a total homage to this, right? Come on, has to be. So I don't know. These New Avengers books, maybe they'll. But I did like Bendis's run on that. I love the Sentry. He kind of pulled the Sentry out of exile. He was sitting in one of those prisons. That Supermax prison. I can't remember the name of it. But I love that the fact that a lot of people don't know that is really an homage cover to New Avengers. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I've seen that before. I've seen that cover before. And, sure enough, that's Spider-Woman number 9. It's totally New Avengers. Cho cover. Let's see here. Aggressively relaxing says, I love the costume changes. Would like to see Ryan North on Spider-Man. All right. GTK Comics says his St. Louis Rams uniform, same colors. Luis Ramirez says Kate's on Spider-Man. I think Chip Zdarsky would be way better. Sorry, Lewis, I disagree with you. I don't think Donny Cates did pretty good on Venom. I like his take on Venom. I don't think he'd be that good on Spider-Man. I think Chip Zdarsky would be better. Chip Zdarsky has already done really well in Spider-Man. He did that Spider-Man life story that did very well. That was very popular with a lot of collectors. I think Zdarsky would be better than Donny Cates. Donny Cates is leaving Marvel, by the way, just so all of you know. He's going to leave Marvel. He's not making enough money. I'm sure they're paying him a decent, you and I would probably consider to be a decent wage. But when you own your own characters and your own IP, it's a world different. It's if you don't believe me, ask Mark Millar. Ask Mark Millar how things are after he sold his properties to Netflix versus working for Marvel. Remember, back in the day, Mark Millar was the Donny Cates at Marvel. He was easily the highest paid writer at Marvel, no question. He wrote a lot of those, that Ultimate Universe. He wrote a lot of those books. He was the hottest artist, or hottest writer of his time when he was working for Marvel. He was being paid just as much as Donny Cates, maybe more. He's making way more money now than he ever did working for Marvel. So that's what Cates is probably going to do, is my opinion. He is going to start his own, I don't know, either with Image, maybe he'll start his own comic line. I don't know. He's going to do his own stuff outside of Marvel. And then that'll be it. You won't see him do any more Marvel books. Yeah. Sean says, yeah, and Netflix is changing all his material. Hey, I don't think Mark cares. He got a big check. He doesn't care. Trust me. All he cares about is the money. Lewis says, the new Spider-Man costume reminds me of Hellboy's sidekick. I forgot his name. Oh, yeah, I think someone said Abe Sapien. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I don't like the new costume. I think it's shit. And of course, they're just doing it as a gimmick. It's just to get a little interest in the comic book because it's not selling. It's not selling the greatest. It just isn't. It is what it is. So, Spider-Woman number 9, that book, yeah, I could see that book going a little higher. A lot of people are not ordering 25 copies. A lot of shops are not ordering 25 copies of issue number 9 of Spider-Woman. Yeah, they're just not. And it's a cool cover. I mean, I like it. She's definitely kind of an anime type artist. She's very popular in the anime world, I think. I don't know that she's done a lot of covers, though. I think that might be her first one in the mainstream comic book universe. We'll see. Sean says, crossover is his foray into new independent stuff. Hold on to crossover series. Yeah, I missed picking up a couple of those issues. I really should have gotten that John Gallagher copy. I might pick that up. Maybe, what'll probably happen is several issues more into the run, there'll be a lull in the interest in the book. That's usually what happens. So there'll be a little dip in the crossover issue number 1. I think that will dip a little bit. And that's why I'm going to come in and try to scoop up a copy a little cheaper. I don't think I'll get them as cheap as when they originally came out for sale, but I could get close. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely agree, Sean. I think Donny Cates sees the writing on the wall. DC is reducing the number of comic books dramatically this year from what they've done in previous years. I think Marvel is going to follow suit. I don't know. I think that's the trend for the big DC and Marvel is they're going to produce less books. Page rate, what they get paid on page rate is going to drop. And I think Donny Cates and people like him that are very talented, they're going to realize, yeah, I need to go off on my own, and I need to own the IP. You need to own the IP. That's just the way it is. Independent creators keep more of the profits. Yes, because you're not with Marvel or DC, you're not selling as many copies, but you don't need to. Your margins are higher, right? You're keeping more of the profit instead of it going to a corporation. So it's kind of like with my business. I used to work for a big bank, and let's say whatever fee the fee that a client paid, about 70 to 75% of that fee went to the bank, to the corporation. I got paid like 25 to maybe 30% of that fee was paid to me. So the lion's share of the fee went to the bank. Same thing with these guys that work for Marvel and DC. Lion's share of the revenue goes to the corporation, goes to Disney, goes to Warner Brothers that owns, AT&T that owns DC. Same concept. When I went off and onto my own, my payout percentage now is about 82.5%. So whatever fee my client is paying, about 82% of it goes in my pocket or in the pocket of my LLC. So same concept here with the comic book industry. If you're a creator, especially if you're a comic book creator, if you're just an artist, it's real simple. You're either getting paid a certain amount for covers. That's why you'll never see Francisco Mattina ever do an interior page. He has no interest in doing it. All he does is covers. He gets paid a set amount per cover, and that's it. He just pumps them out. Ryan Brown does the same thing. A lot of artists do that. So in the comic book industry, you're either a cover artist. You literally will never touch the inside of a comic book. All you do is the cover art. That's it. Mattina, Ryan Brown, Delato. There's tons of them. All they do is cover art. Adam Hughes has done some interior artwork here and there, but for the most part, it's all cover art. They're getting a flat set rate per cover, and that's it. The interior comic books that are drawn today are usually done by guys that they're called like journeymen. They basically, they're fast. They can produce quick work. They can meet deadlines. If Marvel says, "Hey, we got this other book we want you to do, we need it knocked out in 3 days." There's a lot of artists out there that can knock out the art fast. They can script and draw it out, and boom, they're very, very quick. And then you've got other artists that are slower. Those are the ones that are in trouble. They're used to a page rate. They're used to drawing a series, and all of a sudden now the series they were on is getting canceled. And so they either need to become a cover artist or they need to be a journeyman and just take work like a freelancer, take work where they can get it. And that's what's happening in the comic book industry. You're either really, really good and you're getting paid a lot of money to do cover art, or you're basically a journeyman, freelancer, and you're fast. That's the only two ways to really make money as a comic book artist. If you're somewhere in the middle, you're going to have problems. So you either need to be able to meet deadlines and you just pump it out and just get it out, or you're really, really good at doing covers. That's it. That's the way it is right now. Sean says Alex Ross does amazing interiors when he does them. Yeah, but how often does he do them? Almost never. He doesn't need to. He just does covers. That's it. It's a lot easier to do a cover and move on to the next deal, especially for someone like him. He doesn't want to spend time doing the interiors of a comic book. That's not That's not anything he's interested in doing. I don't think I've ever seen interior artwork by like Francisco Mattina, for instance. I don't think he's done anything inside a book. Clayton Crane used to. I can't remember the last time Clayton Crane did anything inside of a book. It's all covers now. Yeah, Sean says interiors are often rushed and sloppy. Very few take their time. Yep, that's it. A lot of it's traced. A lot of it's trace drawings. Like when you see like cityscapes and all that stuff, almost all that's digital. It's literally layered. They'll take a digital image of it and just slide it over to the panel. A lot of that happens. So there's very little hand line drawing anymore. A lot of it's digital. A lot of it's reference material, sketching. That's a lot of that right now, especially interior artwork. That's why some of it's, I mean, you could go through comic books where you could tell they used a lot of the same sketched copy work, copy art for multiple panels. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. Boondocks 90 says Adam Hughes does amazing interiors. It just takes him over a year. Seriously, his Hellboy books are released annually for a reason. Yeah. I mean, I've talked about Adam Hughes. I love his old stuff. I don't like a lot of his new stuff. I can't remember the last cover by Adam Hughes that I was really, really excited about. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't think he's long for this world. He's very overweight. I don't think he's very healthy. So maybe get his autograph now while you can on a comic book. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I like Adam Hughes' old stuff. I mean, I got his Antenna run. Those covers that he did were fantastic. A lot of Catwoman covers he did were fantastic. But in the last couple years, I mean, they're not like, it's not like it's not like the Adam Hughes of old. That's for sure. Yeah, Greg Land, notorious for referencing foot. That really killed his career too. He was really kind of one of those hot artists back in the early 2000s. I remember when the Ultimate Fantastic Four run, he did some really cool covers. And yeah, he got caught like tracing porn stars. I mean, it was pretty apparent that he was tracing photos quite a bit. Yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, it's part of the comic book industry. Yeah, you get rid of tracing, you get rid of a large percent of a comic. Yeah, I mean, there's not too many Kirby's out there anymore, right? That's a lost art for the most part. Manny says, you think Joe Bennett was rushed on Immortal Hulk? That would explain the misspelled jewelry. Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. I mean, people love to try to say somebody's a bigot, but I don't think Joe Bennett is a bigot. I don't think anything had to do with race. I mean, if anybody should be blamed, it shouldn't be Joe Bennett. It should be Al Ewing. I mean, I'm assuming Al Ewing wrote, this is a Jewish jewelry shop. Make sure you make it look like a Jewish jewelry shop. I mean, I think it's more Al Ewing's mistake more than Joe Bennett. So I think the blame should be more lobbied towards Al Ewing, really. Yeah, and he was drawing the letters backwards. So yeah, I can see that being a very easy mistake. You know, if there's some Twitter that Joe Bennett said something anti-Semitic a couple years ago, or, you know, if there was any other corroborating evidence that had any indication that Joe Bennett had some negative things to say about Jewish people, then I think that's a different story. But you know, there's no evidence to that. So yeah, I think at this point, yeah, you gotta take a man at his word, and if he says he made a mistake, then that's all it was. He didn't spell it right. He wasn't intentionally trying to, you know, make a slur there. I just think it was bad taste on Al Ewing's part to say, hey, you know, we're going to make this a Jewish jewelry store, which, you know, if you're in New York or, you know, you're in certain cities, Yeah, I mean, there a lot of them are owned by Jewish people. That's the way it is. Uh, they're a big force in the pawn and jewelry shops. I mean, that's just the way it is, especially in the Northeast. That's definitely the case. But that doesn't mean you're being anti-Semitic to point that out, right? I don't think that's being anti-Semitic. Is it being stereotyping? Yeah, certainly. But stereotyping sometimes is fairly accurate. Just depends on how you view it. It just has to be done in taste. You can kind of make fun of things. But yeah, I think that Al Ewing probably should have just made it a benign jewelry store. I don't think he needed to point out that it was a Jewish owned jewelry store. Yeah, I don't think that was a smart decision on his part. All right. So I did talk about a couple books coming out. The Deadpool one's coming out tomorrow. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that are coming out. Let me go to my good friend um, Infamous's Chasing Comics on Instagram. I use him quite a bit. He always posts a lot of the stuff. I'd pass on this cover. I was gonna buy it. Then I saw the price. I think they wanted like $32 or $33 plus shipping. I like it. I just decided not to buy it, and it did sell out. It was a Black Cape Comics exclusive. Um, Zoo is her name. She's a watercolor artist, kind of like David Mack. I mean, there's a couple of watercolor artists. I think David Mack and her are probably the most recognizable right now. I like her art normally, but for some reason, I don't know. I think I would have bought this if it was like $20 or $25, but it was like $32.99 plus shipping. It was like a $40 book. Yeah, I mean, it was limited to 400 copies, but I don't know. I just decided not to get it. So my gut told me not to buy it. Sometimes I'm wrong. I mean, it did sell out, so now it's going for obviously more than what it was selling for through Black Cape Comics, but that's one that I decided not to buy. I did buy this one though, Ice Cream Man number 23, 500 print run. This was a Elite Comics Con, I think it was. So this was being sold through Anti-Hero Gallery and I think also Heat Seeker Comics. So they sold it in 2 blocks. They sold it, I think, on a Friday, and it sold out. They had like maybe half the run for sale, and it sold out quickly. And then yesterday at 3 p.m. on Saturday, they had it for sale, and it sold out within about 3 minutes. I was able to pick up 2 copies. They didn't have a limit, so you could have bought as many as you want. So I would imagine there's going to be a lot of other retailers that probably bought multiple copies, and of course they're going to throw them up on eBay for double. I think it was only a $25 book. I do like it. It's a cool cover by David Sanchez. I think it's a collaboration between David Sanchez and somebody else. Who else did this? Alan Qua, I think, also helped. So there's 2 artists involved in the cover, Alan Qua and David Sanchez. It's a nice cover. It's definitely creepy. I liked it. It's definitely limited to 500 copies. Ice Cream Man's been a very hot book. I've been recommending this book forever. I mean, if you guys have been following me for a while, I've talked about it and recommended it since the beginning of the book. So yeah, I like this cover a lot, and I'm glad I picked it up. Recount number 2 exclusive. Wow, that's a low print run. That's a pretty cool cover. I kind of like that. Who's the artist on this? Wow, the trade is only 200 copies with COA, and the Virgin's only 75 copies with the COA. Wow. And then there's a secret holofoil, 50 copies with special COA, only available at ECGCE Legends via Patreon. Wow. The CGC options will be available later in the week via claim sale on the Recount Facebook page. So this is pretty good information from Chasing Comics. I still don't know who the artist is. Oh, okay, MJ. The artist is MJ Hiblin. I like it. It's a cool looking art, cool looking cover. I'm not familiar with him though. MJ Hiblin. See if I can find him. Her. There's the Instagram page. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a cool. That's a cool. That's a cool picture of John Wick, right? Yeah, John Wick. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, Bernie. Winter's coming, indeed. Yeah, I like the art style. Man, that's a wicked ass. Jesus Christ. That is a great Batman Who Laughs. Man alive. If that was on a cover of a comic book, I'd be buying that for sure. Wow. DC needs to put that on a cover. If I was somebody at DC and I saw that cover right there, I'd be, we need to get that person to do a cover for us. I love that. That's fantastic. That's really good. Oh, I love that John Wick cover. That's cool. Wow. I like this artist. Very good. So that might be one I'm going to pull the trigger on. I like the art. It's good. Solid. I like the style. Man, that Batman laughs. Holy crap, that is so good. That would be awesome to have in a print. I may have to contact the artist and see if I can get them to see if they sell prints of that. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I mean, nice. I like the art style. Very cool. That's a unique looking style. So I like it. I think I would. I'd be inclined to go for that. So I may have to join the Patreon if I want to get that holofoil. Jeez. GTK Comics says, do you think we'll ever see an Immortal Hulk on big screen or TV screen? Yeah, I definitely think that's possible. Yeah. I mean, the series has always been pretty hot since the beginning. And yeah, any type of announcement, Netflix series, whatever, Disney Plus series, rather, I'm sure those books would go crazy. And by the way, I do have issue number 2, the Zafino, which back in the day that was a super crazy book. I think at one time that was selling over $1,000 in graded condition. I think it's come back down though right now. Boondock says our blizzard is so bad I'm off tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, it's been like 80 degrees during the day here in Florida, so we haven't had any problems with cold weather lately. It's been very, very mild, very, very hot actually, which is kind of strange. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention this too. Spawn 316, first cover appearance and first appearance of the Reaper. That definitely should be on your pre-order list for May. So that's not available yet for pre-order, but it will be soon. Make sure you guys pre-order that. I'm going to definitely. I probably at least 2 copies of just the A cover too. By the way, it's I think that's a Matina cover. It's beautiful. Matina, man, he's been killing these Spawn covers. Golly, look at that cover. It's freaking amazing. The light, so good. Yeah, I'm all over that. So that's one I'm gonna definitely pre-order. Oh yeah, this was another one that I bought over the weekend. Was it Friday? Maybe a Friday I bought this. Black Friday #1. The Yavinder Singh Rana. I've never heard of this artist, but holy crap, that cover looks good. Yeah, I think that was Frankie's is where I bought that from. Yeah. So I don't know anything about Black Friday, but I like that cover. Looks pretty sweet. Yeah, so that recount, I'm gonna have to look into that. I like that cover. I like that artist too. So I'm gonna have to put that on my radar. So that comes out this Monday, tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna have to maybe join that Patreon. So I want to get that. I think that holofoil. I mean, I love limited. I love really limited stuff. 50 copies. Holy crap, that's limited. Um, that's right up my alley. So I may have to join. I may have to join Patreon to at least get a chance at that comic book. Yeah, you have to be a Legends, which is wow, it's $50 a month. Wow. Yeah, $50 a month. Ouch. I've never joined a Patreon thing, but man, I don't know if that. So I don't know if I'll have to read the fine print. If I joined just to be able to buy that comic book and then I decide to cancel, they're going to obviously charge me $50 for that 1 month Patreon for joining, and then of course the cost of the comic book. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that'll be worth it or not. I may just settle for the Virgin at only 75 is still really damn low. That's a tough decision. I don't know. Craig69, good to see you, my friend. Agent G.R. Ewing, good to see you as well. Wolf Warner, good to see you, buddy. Patron? Patron, does it pay to join? I mean, if I could join Patron and get a bottle of tequila every month, yes. I think it's worthwhile to join Patron. Patreon is a different story. Yeah, I think Patreon is it is spelled the same, isn't it? Patreon and Patron. Isn't that strange? So they mean two different things. But when I see that word, I think Patron. I think tequila. That's Patreon. I don't know. I guess I thought Patreon was spelled differently. I thought it had an E in it. Doesn't Patreon have an E in it? Patreon? Could it be that these guys spelled Patreon wrong? Yeah, they did. It's Prtreaon. So I'm on the website right now of this ECGCE, and they spelled Patreon wrong. They haven't spelled Patron. Monthly Patron, Patron. So yeah, they have it spelled wrong. They're missing the E. It's Patreon, not Patron. Patron indicates tequila. I mean, I'm not making this up. Let me share my screen so that you guys can see that I'm not trying to be a jerk here. So this is their select your membership, and it literally says, I mean, am I wrong, guys? It says Patron. It's spelled Patron. All right, I'm gonna message them and say, where's my bottle of tequila? So at the very least, they should give me a free month for telling them that they spelled it wrong. But if you join for $50 a month, you can get the hollow foil variant. I have the opportunity to buy it. It's probably still going to be limited, only 50 copies, and there's only seven Patreon memberships left. Wow. I don't know. Is this worth subscribing to? Could be. I don't know. I'll have to look into this. I do like that recount. That cover is freaking awesome. And I like the idea of a hollow foil. I can't remember the last time I bought a hollow foil book. Yeah, I don't know. I have to ponder that. I don't have to. Maybe I'll sleep on it. But they spelled Patreon wrong. Oh God. I'm a stickler for spelling sometimes. Although I'm not the best speller. Sometimes I have to ask Alexa how to spell things. Oh, patron. When you join Patreon, then you become a patron to the service. Okay. So patron and patron are the same. So you could say, "Hey, I want a patron tequila." Right? Is that then I can use that pronunciation? Hey, give me a patron tequila. It's spelled the same, isn't it? Patron, patron. I don't know. I don't know, Craig, if you're right about that. To me, Patreon always had an E in it. I don't know. Patron. If you're a patron. Oh, the English language is so that reminds me of the interview of Larry King with my favorite comedian is Norm Macdonald. And Larry King's interviewing Norm Macdonald, and I don't know, he was mispronouncing something in the English language. Larry King's, oh yeah, the English language is one of the it's one of the most difficult languages on the planet. And Norm goes, well, to me, it's one of the easiest. Of course, when you're raised to speak English, it's one of the easiest languages to learn because you already speak it. I thought that was a brilliant. So I don't know. So patron and patron, I guess, are spelled the same. What a crazy language we have, huh? But Patreon adds that E to it. So I don't know. It's all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. It makes me not want to be a patron when I don't know what the spelling is. I'm not too sure of the spelling. It makes me uneasy. Oh, Boondocks clears it up. Patron, the drink is accented. Oh, yes. That's right. There's a little thing above. Is it above the O? I think you're right. I don't know. Sean has a suggestion for me. Your channel may do better if you were able to separate yourself from the pack. Become just exclusives for comics. I think if you're branded better, you'd have a niche to focus on and up your subs. Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good advice. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is not my main occupation. I don't make any money off. I mean, I don't even care about making money off of my comic book channel. It's literally done for shits and giggles. It's done to feed my massive ego. It's basically the reason I have this channel. It's for the accolades from followers and subscribers. The few that I have, yeah, it's definitely not a business for me. Like I look at economics for comics. Billy, he treats his channel like a pure business. He's marketing it all the time. That guy's working all the time to expand his channel and the influence of his channel and things like that. I don't work even 1% as hard as Billy does. on my channel. That's obviously why my subscribers are way, way below his. But I get mentioned a lot, and CBSI has mentioned me a couple times on their Hot 10 list. I definitely have influence. I've made books sell out online before. I know I've done that before. Not to the extent of Jim's Comics or Economics and Comics, maybe, but yeah, I probably have 30 or 40 people that will act on my direct advice. If I message them on Instagram and say, "Hey, go buy this book," um, they'll definitely do it. So I like that. That makes me feel good. Sean says, "Do you see where Norm told him he was deeply closeted gay man?" Yes, I love Norm Macdonald. That's right. He's deeply closeted. I'm not coming out of the closet. I'm deeply closeted. Yes, I love Norm. Norm is a national treasure, especially to Canada. I think he's from Canada. Um, Air Spider says, "I've called him Justice for a year. I call Billy by his first name. If that says anything about branding." Yep, no doubt about it. Billy knows how to brand. I don't. He has way better special effects, and he's just way better at technology, obviously, than I am. I'm a Luddite. I can barely keep the show together. And if I'm broadcasting downstairs, outside, I don't have good Wi-Fi. It all goes off the rails quite a bit. I don't know. Expert for online exclusives. I mean, I'm really not. A lot of what I am doing is just following other people, like Infamous, chasing comics. I follow his Instagram account. I mean, yeah, I get a lot of emails. I mean, I'm on a lot of people's hit lists because I do buy a lot of exclusives. So yeah, I don't know that I'm the exclusive expert, but I probably, and I've got a relationship with certain comic book exclusive providers like Scorpion, um, Wanted Comics. A couple of them I know the owners and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've got some influence, and they like me talking about their channel, their websites, um, because they know there's a lot of people that do watch my channels. People like Comic Tom, they watch my channel. I know they do. They've made comments and given me thumbs up, which I know that means they're watching my channel. So that's good. That always feels nice. Yeah, all you need to do is track several of your feet. Yeah, I do. I mean, there's Frankie's, Comic Mint. I mean, Golden Apple. Right? There's probably 6 to 8 comic stores um, that have a good majority of the exclusives, right? But there's always an oddball shop here and there. Wanted Comics, I never even knew about them until this Haha #1 came out. I never even, but that I'm familiar with John Gallagher. When I saw he was doing the exclusive with them, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll check them out. And then I've gotten a couple exclusives from them. He finally took my suggestion to fire his web supporter and get a new website hosting company. They were doing a terrible job. His site crashed again on his Haha #2 exclusive. I told him like a couple months ago. I was like, dude, you need to get a different website hosting service. Otherwise, you're just gonna have problems. And he did. He had problems again. I don't know. People, I'm giving out free advice all the time. I don't know why people don't take it. I gave him excellent advice. What are you gonna do? Oh well. Sean says I should carve out my niche. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of other channels I think that dig into older books, and they do more spec on older stuff. I'm not. Yeah, I definitely don't have the. That's not my specialty. I'm a cover art guy. I can usually go through the Midtown list, and I can tell you what books are going to be hot just based on the cover. I'm very good at that. Very good. Um, I can. I'm usually about 90% accurate. I can go through a list and tell you, well, I think these 10 books are going to sell out on Midtown, and I'm usually right about 8, 9 times out of 10. So that's my that's probably my real skill set is knowing what cover art is going to be hot. I'm very good at that. I don't think there's really anybody that's quite as good as me at that, to be honest. I will ring my own bell on that one. Usually, if you go back and watch my channels, I've called a lot of books that had really cool cover art way ahead of time. Uh, Air Spider says, not to be full of ourselves, but those same people do the same for both of us, and we found each other. Very nice. Thank you, sir. That's a very nice compliment. Sean says, other channels have something they are known for. Comic Tom, top 10 Spidey fan FOC, and Seth for tracking online exclusives. Make it your niche. Yeah, that's a good advice. It's good advice. I mean, I do talk a lot about exclusives. I definitely dedicate, a show or two on, hey, here's some exclusives coming out this week. I definitely have kind of done that. But yeah, branding myself towards that, I haven't really done that. I don't know. I'll have to contemplate that, Sean. That's something good to think about. Boondock says my news resolution is to start a channel myself. Hey, that's the way to do it, man. I mean, I started my channel because I was watching Jim Comics, and I messaged him one day, and I was texting back and forth with him, and he just was like, "Yeah, man, it's not hard to do these channels. You could do one yourself." And he kind of encouraged me a little bit to do start my own channel. So I've known Jim's Comics when he had less than 1,000 subscribers, and that's kind of what kind of pushed me to start doing it myself. In the beginning, I didn't show myself. I was like him. I would just show the comic books, and I would have my camera pointed at the laptop or whatever, and at the books I was showing. Very similar to him. And then a couple people, a lot of my subscribers would message me saying, "Hey, you need to show yourself. You'll do better if you can show yourself on screen." And I started doing that, and it started to take off from there. But yeah, everyone has their deal. GTK Comics says you fired up a few books, pal. DD number 2, second print, Killlock number 2, encoded. Yeah, I have encoded. Definitely encoded was all me. I mean, Billy had talked about that book on his show. He said he liked the cover. He thought it was fire, but he didn't like spend 5 minutes talking about it like I have. So yeah, I definitely feel like encoded got on the hot 10 list because of me. I messaged Ben at CBSI, told him my story of the book and how it was sold out in Midtown, and he gave me credit for it on the show, which is nice. Or on the CBSI Hot 10 list. So yeah, I mean, I was definitely on that book pretty early. And Killlock, I I knew that book was going to be a good one just because of the print run was so low. Um, yeah, I appreciate that, GTK Comics. Nice of you to say. Yeah, we're like Rain Man when it comes to covers. Yeah, yeah. I'm usually pretty good at the covers. I usually can tell you what's going to be hot. It's good to have an artist background. I mean, I can see the composition of a cover really well. Like this Taskmaster. I knew when I saw the fact that of the Taskmaster and the silhouette and the red. I mean, the composition of this book. I mean, Sean Davis. It's not like you couldn't see a better drawn face. I mean, there's artists that can draw technically better than him, but the composition of this and the coloring and everything is what makes it kind of pop. So sometimes it's not always, you've got artists like Matina that can just knock your socks off with drawing, right? The drawing ability, but it's also the composition, um, the way it appeals to the eye. I mean, I like to look for a composition that has that kind of a triangle formation. Um, a lot of really great covers have that. So that's a lot of what it is. Just having an eye for it. Um, you can't hit it. You can't hit it all the time, but once in a while you do. Um, The other book that I really was all over early on, I remember at one of the shows I did, I talked about this book. I was telling people I'm going and I'm paying 3 times ratio for this book, and that is the Jeff the Call. Um, yeah, I mean you can't find it anywhere now. It's gone. This was the last time you could buy it online. Was said it was Black Cape Comics had it for $165. So this was a book that the week it came out, I was telling subscribers that I love this cover. I love obviously the art it's well drawn. The coloring is fantastic, but the composition of it, the fact that you've got the trees angling down to the subject matter, it's very, very eye appealing. This was one of my top. This is probably my top cover of last year. I talked about this book a lot last year. I bought 2 copies when it first came out. I paid $66 for each copy. I sold one of them for like $180. I made more than enough money to pay for the other copy that I kept in my collection. Now the other one I kept, it's definitely a 9.8. It's in raw condition. If I was ever going to sell it, I would definitely get it graded because I'm pretty sure it would grade at a 9.8. And a 9.8 of that exact cover just sold a couple days ago for $700. So um, I was all over that book. I told people on my channel, buy this. If you find it, buy it. I think it's a fantastic deal, even at 3 times ratio. And now it's so rare. I haven't seen one for sale other than that 9.8 that just came up for sale. It's pretty rare. I've had people message me and made unsolicited offers to buy my copy. I don't have it for sale anywhere. I wouldn't sell it, but they know I have it because I've posted on Instagram and I've done videos on it. I've had people message me wanting to buy this from me, saying, "Hey, well, I'll buy that. I'll buy it off you. I'll offer you 300. I'll offer you 400." I've had some pretty high offers in raw condition for that book. Um, but I love it. It's one of my favorite covers. I love it. So yeah, it's not a book that I would sell. I think long term this could be a super big book, especially if a show comes out. This could easily be a well over $1,000 book, just because it's so rare. It's not a lot of shops ordered 25 copies of issue number 8. Remember, Something That Killing the Children at issue 8 was not a hot book like it is now. It just wasn't. So I don't know. All right, let's see here. What do we got in the chat? Sean says, I'm just saying these other guys faked it until they made it. You can too. You just need to focus. Yeah, I know. I'm not very focused. That's probably one of my problems. And at least I realize that about myself. Uh, I know that, I get comments all the time from other YouTubers that can't believe I don't have 10,000 subscribers, but it's okay. It's all right. It's just not, I don't make a living off this. I don't ever really care to. This is all just fun for me. Um, in time, we'll see what happens. But you're right, Sean. I probably could do some things to increase the viability and the people watching it. Yeah, I'm getting lost with so many general shows. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm okay with having like 20 or 30 people that really like me, that like watching my channel. I interact with probably 20 to 30 people on Instagram, and that's good. I mean, I like that. It's okay with me. It's more than I ever hoped for to do this channel, so I'm okay. I'm okay with it. All right. Yeah, so Something Is Killing the Children. Obviously, that's been a super hot book. I can't believe the second and third printings of some of these books are going crazy too. It's amazing. I just wonder if that book's going to last long term. All right, let me show you what I've been ordering from DCBS service. Let me pull up my Instagram or my website with them. Yeah, so my last my last order was pretty high. So for the month of April, man, I had a lot. Um, about $160 worth of books. Um, so let's go through it. There's some notable ones. You Promised Me Darkness #1. This is a new independent book. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Yeah, so this is who is this with? Boom Studios? Behemoth. Yeah, Behemoth Comics. So Behemoth Comics, the other one there notably that's done well lately is that A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. I like the incentive covers. I think, first of all, Midtown you can't order incentive covers. Um, DCBS, one of the reasons I switched to them is because if it's you can't order incentive covers if it's like a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50. They don't do really high incentive covers, but if it's like a 1 in 5, a 1 in 10, even a 1 in 15 occasionally, you'll be able to pre-order. So this is a 1 in 5 for $8. It's kind of a cool cover. It's an orange cover with a cat on it, face of a cat. It just looks interesting to me. Um, the story sounds interesting about a Halley's Comet. Comes every 75 years, and it grants people incredible abilities and special auras that grant them supernatural skills. The premise sounds interesting. I like this cover. And for $8, yeah, I'm going to pick up the incentive cover on that. To me, that just made sense to me. So that's one of the ones I pre-ordered for April. Wonder Woman number 771, B cover by Middleton. I can't see the cover yet, but usually Middleton does well on those Wonder Woman covers, so I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to pre-order that. Venom number 35, the 200th issue. A lot of covers are coming out on this, and I've seen a lot of people online are like, "Yeah, which cover should I order?" Um, the A cover is by Stegman. I didn't go with that one. A lot of people like the Jock cover. I mean, the Jock cover looks kind of interesting. I mean, I like it. But to be honest, the one I think you should get is the collage cover. The collage covers tend to do the best. I don't know why, but people want to collect typically the collage covers. So this is the um who's the art cover artist? Garson, I guess it's Garson. I just like the one I picked. I mean, the Jock cover is really cool as well. That was going to be the other one I was looking at. The Stegman cover was okay, but this is the one I grabbed. This is the one that's probably going to do the best. Um, I don't know. It's the C cover, the D cover, whatever it is. Yeah, it's the collage cover is what I call it. So Venom 2020, yeah, Venom 35. That's the 200th issue of Venom. Could be a first appearance. There could be something significant or key in that book. I wouldn't be surprised. That definitely could be the case. Usagi Yojimbo, Wanderer's Road number 6. That's the last issue. Peach Momoko covers. I've been kind of collecting all of them just because of the Peach Momoko covers. So that one is on my pre-order list. The next one is Swamp Thing number 2. Man, I love this cover by Mattina. Holy crap, this is probably my favorite cover. Um, that's probably my favorite cover of April. That Mattina cover is unbelievable. That might be my favorite Swamp Thing cover of all time. Holy crap, that's good. Um, I don't know. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So, yeah, that's I love that one. I'm all over that. So that definitely got that one going. Um, so Swamp Thing number 2 for sure. Mattina B cover. I've not been collecting Suicide Squad. I know they're rebooting it for the 50th time. I don't know how many times they. Let me pull it up here. So number 2, and I love Jarrell. I don't love all of the Perel covers, but man, this one's really good. So again, a total cover buy. I'm not going to read the series probably, but I love that cover. So that's a total cover buy for me. I'm definitely going to grab that one. That's for April. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 11. I've just been kind of collecting that. A covers only all the way through. Spawn 317. There's 2 covers I can't see. The McFarlane B cover, the C cover by Barbary. The only one I can see is the A cover by Barons. So Matina's not doing the A cover for Spawn 317. But this cover is really cool by Carlo. I'm sorry, not Carlo. Bjorn Barends. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty awesome. It's badass. So I'm picking up all the covers. You just never know. McFarlane sometimes kills it with a cover as well. Silver Coin number 1. I think that's a new Image series by Walsh. I'm going to try out the A cover. It's only, I think it was a special discount. It's only $2. So I'm going to pick that up. Robin number 1. You definitely want to pick up Robin number 1. Basically because there is going to be a new first appearance in this issue. They've already talked about it. Definitely get the A cover. That's a cool cover. A covers usually do the best long term. And again, with DCBS, you're getting a 50% discount. Normally a $4 book. You're getting it for $1.99. The other one I like is the Andy Kubert. This is probably a 1 in 10. That's the only other one I'm picking up is the Kubert cardstock variant. Probably like a 1 in 10 for $10. So I'm going to grab that one. Again, I can't remember who the first appearance. It's the first appearance of somebody, some new character in the Batman universe. So you may want to take note of that. Proctor Valley Road. So this is a new series. I did grab the first issue, especially the Christian Ward cover. Like he's doing all the incentive covers for this series. The one I liked is the 10 copy incentive cover by Christian Ward. Man, that cover's awesome. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Beneath the car, there's a skull. I don't know. The Reaper's sword is going up through the car. It's just crazy cover. I love it. It's fantastic. This is Boom Studios. Boom Studios has been hot. I think this series could be really good. I just think that cover is fantastic. I like Christian Ward on this series. That the first issue I bought, that the bull, he did that bull cover. I thought that was awesome. I really like this cover. So yeah, that's definitely one that I pre-ordered. Did not pre-order the A cover though. I just wanted the incentive cover on that one. I mean, there's only so much capital. I gotta be decisive. Once in the Future 18, just grabbing the A cover on that one. Monstrous number 33, A cover on that one only. Miles Morales number 25. Okay, 25th issue of Miles Morales. Probably going to have something going on in that issue. I don't know what. Um, there's an A cover. I'm picking up the A cover right now. 40% off. It's a cool cover. I like it. It looks like a landscape cover. Cover artist is Turin Clark. I think he's also doing a Reborn variant as well. So there's going to be a couple different covers here. There's 5 covers that they're soliciting here. I only can see the A cover, so I'm not going to buy the other ones until I see them. So I may end up picking one of the other covers up through Midtown or one of my other pull lists once I finally see the artwork. But for now, I'm just going to grab the A cover. And because it's a 25th issue, there's could be something going on there. Yeah, I have a feeling they're usually on a key issue like number 25. You're going to see something new come out, new characters, something like that. Justice League number 60, 60th issue, Kale No B cover. I love that cover. Let me show you that one real quick. Yeah, I mean, come on, look at this cover. Holy crap, that's good. It's so good. A lot of detail, a lot going on in that cover. I just beautifully drawn, fantastic. I love that. I'm definitely grabbing that one. 60th issue, maybe something happens. Who knows? Could be a key book. Joker number 2, the Bermejo cover. I'm only going with the Bermejo cover. It's got Punchline on the cover. It's just a cool looking cover. I like it. Again, 40% off. Definitely pays to pre-order these books in advance. The A cover by Gillian March isn't bad either. I like that. But yeah, I can't say no to Bermejo. The C cover by Brian Stillfreeze is pretty cool as well. But yeah, I just wanted one. I was going to go with the Bermejo. That was it. What else we got? Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon. Andrews cover, number 4, the Andrews variant. I'm grabbing that one. I don't know what it looks like yet, but I like Andrews' artwork, so I'm going to give that one a try. Immortal Hulk 45, another Alex Ross cover. I pre-order all the A covers. I'm going to collect that all the way to the end. I think it ends at issue 50, so we got 5 issues left. Haha number 4. Both A and B cover. I'm pre-ordering both of them. That's a hot series. That's been pretty good. Geiger number 1. A new series with, I think it's doing that one. I think I spelled Geiger wrong. Yeah, Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. So again, of course, Jeff Johns is a big writer from DC. This is an Image book. I definitely don't want the B cover. That's cover artist Eric Larson. I don't like Eric Larson's art. C covers by Fabok. Gary Frank's cover's pretty good too. I mean, that's the only one I can see there, but I like Fabok's work a lot, so I'm going to go with the Fabok cover, even though I can't see it. The blank sketch is also available, but the one I'm going to grab is the Fabok. So we'll see if I'm right on that. I don't know. Where did we leave off? Geiger, Eternals number 4. Esad Ribic, I don't need to say anymore. I'm going to buy all Esad Ribic covers. Dune House of Atreides number 6. This is a 12-issue miniseries. I love Jenny Frisen's artwork, and she's doing the B cover for that comic issue, so I'm going to pick that up. Detective Comics 1035. I mean, this is a really good-looking cover. 2035. What the heck? Yeah, look at that cover by. Oh, that cover's so good. That might be one of the best covers I've seen Bermejo do. It's in my top 5 of all time. I love this cover. Holy crap! If you don't think that's a good cover, if you don't think that's amazing art, that belongs in a damn museum. That book, that cover right there, it's so good. The lighting on the brick, the shading. Oh my god, it's so good. That's such a good cover. Ah, I love that cover. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to get that one. That cover's so good. If you're not buying that cover, you must be blind. I don't know what's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. That to me is that to me is a must buy just for the cover. Who cares if there's anything inside the book? That cover's amazing. Department of Truth number 8, the Sinkovich cover. I'm gonna grab that. Sometimes he kills it. I don't know. I don't know if that one will be good or not, but we can't see the art yet. But I'm gonna grab that one just in case. Daredevil number 29. I'm picking up all the A covers. That's been a great series. I've been collecting that since the beginning, and I'm not about to stop now. I'm going to keep going with that. Cult of Dracula number 2, the B cover by Shannon Mayer, and also the A cover. I'm going to pick up both. Writer is Rich Davis. Nice guy. His beautiful bride passed away last year. And, I've been kind of following him on Facebook. It's a very, very sad story. And I definitely recommend that you pick up his book. He's a nice guy. I think he's created a great comic book here, good writing on it. And obviously, Shannon Mayer cover art doesn't hurt either. So, highly recommend that you pick that up. Help that guy out. That'll be very helpful for him. Catwoman number 30, the Ginny Frizen cover. Yeah, Frizen is one of my favorite artists. Um, I don't know what to say about that. It's beautiful. It's a piece of artwork right there. Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to buy that. That's all I got to say. I love that cover. All right, we left off with Catwoman. Carnage Black and White number 2, the Gleason variant. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm going to pre-order that. I don't know if they have the cover art on that yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be good. Kanto and City of Giants number 1, just a regular A cover. I like Kanto. It's been a great read. It's been a popular book. I think it's been one of the better IDW books to come out in a long time. So I'm going to continue to buy the different series of that. Black Hammer Visions number 3. I'm a big fan of Zafino. So this is total cover buy for me. And the other 2 covers, A cover's pretty good, but this one is, Zafino. Come on. Yeah, I love that. So I'm all over that. I'm definitely going to get that. I'm a big fan of Zafino. Most of you know that have been following me for a while. Batman Urban Legends number 2, the Matina cover. It's pretty nice. I'm definitely going to grab that. Batman the Dark Knight number 1, the regular A cover by Kubert. That's the only one I'm going to get. I know there's another B cover that's pretty decent as well, but I think I'm just going to grab the A on that one. Batman Black and White number 5, the Ginny Frizen cover is fantastic. Definitely getting that one. And Batman 107, the Matina variant. That one's so good too. I got to show that one to you. Yeah. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I can't say no to that. I mean, the A cover by Jimenez is good too. I like that one too. I think they're both good. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Matina. So I'm getting both covers. Aliens number 2. I don't know if there's any incentive covers on this. I don't know if they've announced that yet. I'm going to be looking out for any incentive covers. I definitely think if there is any incentive covers, they could be worth getting. But the Stephanie Hans variant, I mean, a yellow cover, God damn, I mean, you're crazy not to buy that. That cover's awesome. That's an awesome cover. So I'm definitely going to get that one. That kind of does it for my pre-orders. I think that was it. So Aliens number 2, I'm definitely going to be watching to see if there's any 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s. I don't know if they, so far I don't see any indication that there is, but if there is, I'm going to take a look at those. But yeah, that was it. So $160 order. I love DCBS service. I mean, I've been using them for the last 3 months I've been using them. They've been great. The books come in perfect shape. They're well shipped. I get all of them with a My Light 2 bag and board. Standards, I think standard modern comic book size. Yeah, I love it. It's been a little cheaper than Midtown, and I think they do a better job than Midtown does. I still use Midtown for some pulls. If a book's coming out that I don't know about until the last minute, I didn't have time to pre-order it, I will definitely grab it on Midtown. So I do have a Midtown pull list for that reason. And obviously it's worked. I was able to get that Spider-Woman cover last week because I had a pull list. If I didn't have that pull list with Midtown, I would have missed it. But yeah, that's kind of my pre-orders for the month of April. Just to give you guys an overview of that. Man, it's 11:15. Holy crap, I've been on here for over 2 hours. That's crazy. So one of the last books I was going to show you tonight, this book's been hot. It's been on a couple hot 10 lists the last few weeks, is Silver Surfer number 3. I do have a nice copy. Not too much wrong with this book. No major creasing. You can kind of see there's a little spine, obviously a little spine roll. It doesn't have a flat spine. I think maybe in this one, let me see here if I can do it. Maybe in this one corner, there's a little bit of a crease in the one corner, not too noticeable. This book's in really damn good shape. I mean, look at the top of that. Most of these have really tough problems at the top of the book. It's a thicker book when these came out. They definitely don't fit into a regular standard size My Light. You got to use a Silver Age size. It's in really good shape. I mean, I don't know. If I'm conservatively grading this book, I think it's like a 7.5, maybe a 7.0 to 8 range, somewhere in that range. But this book has been so hot lately. God, I paid 2 years ago, I paid $250 for this. That's it, $250. I mean, you guys look at it. The condition of this book is amazing. Look at the colors. The colors are great. They stand out. I don't know. I'm not going to get it graded. I love the way it is. I mean, if I was ever going to sell it, I would probably get it graded for sure. And I might get it pressed. I mean, there's not a lot wrong with it. Maybe a pressing would help it a tad. I don't think it would help it that much. It's pretty nice shape though. Anybody I've shown this book to in person, they're pretty impressed by it. I mean, it's a pretty nice shape. And I love this early Silver Surfer run. I mean, there's some really good books. I got the first issue that's in really nice shape as well. This one is restored. There's a tad bit of color touch on it. And I also think there's a little bit of glue on the binding. That's one of the problems with these Silver Surfer books. The bindings, they would split. So back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, comic books, it was normal for a comic book dealer to do some restoration to a book. That wasn't viewed as a negative back then. So, obviously, it's viewed as a negative now, right? This book, if it was unrestored in this condition, this book would be worth 4 or 5 times what I paid for it, maybe 10 times. But for me, I'm okay with buying a book that has restoration if it's very minimal. I mean, this has a tad bit of color touch and a little bit of glue in the one corner, but it looks like a 9.4. It looks so good. It presents so well. Nobody would look at this book and go, "Oh, this thing's been restored." You'd have to look for the restoration, right? You'd have to be an expert to be able to see it. I looked at the book myself and I couldn't spot it. I couldn't spot the restoration. But I bought it from an extremely reputable dealer who he sells a lot of restored books, and he lets everybody know, "Yep, this is the restoration. It's this." Um, but when you look at this book, I mean, I'm telling you, it looks like a 9.4. It looks like a 9.4. There's no creasing. Look at the edge of this thing. It's an amazing shape. I've rarely seen one in person that looks as good as my copy. So I'm okay with it being restored. I'm not selling it. I don't care to. Um, I just love the way it looks. Here's another one that's in really beautiful shape. Only thing it has is one tiny bit of color touch on it. That's it. And there's a little bit of writing on the surfboard. But this is Silver Surfer number 4. And this has no spine roll either. This thing would grade easily at a 9.4, I think. No problem. 9.4, no problem. And I mean, you could tell. Look at that thing. It's so good. This is such a hard book to get in high grade. Like a 9.4, 9.5, 9.6 unrestored goes for thousands and thousands of dollars for this book. And I think I paid like $480 for this. $480, and it's an original. It's got a tad bit of color restoration on it, and that's it. I love it. It's fantastic. The other book that I think has some heat to it, that's an older book that is tough to get in high grade. I mean, I think this is like an 8.0, maybe 7.5 to an 8.0. And that's only because it's the white isn't too white anymore. It's Fantastic 467. First appearance of him, he becomes Adam Warlock. This thing, I mean, I've seen copies that aren't near as nice as mine sell for well over $1,000. I paid $150 for this book a couple of years ago. And I'm telling you, I've seen copies sell over $1,000 in raw condition that aren't as nice as mine. So, no restoration on this one. That one's all original, all in nice shape. Yeah, so I just want to show off those books. I know that Silver Surfer 3 is hot. Sean says, I definitely would sell now because the book may drop if Mephisto doesn't show up. Absolutely, the book could drop in value. I have no interest in selling it. I love that cover. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. So yeah, I don't really care if Mephisto shows up in that TV show or not. I think that comic book has a lot more value than the TV show does. So yeah, I wouldn't sell it. I'm going to hold on to that puppy long term. So that's my show, guys. That's it. That's all I had for you. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go settle in for the night. I'll probably do my next show on Tuesday. I'll do a Tuesday live stream. And then, of course, Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. I'll do a video on that. And then Thursday is my Whiskey, Cigar, and Comic show. Yeah, that's what I had for you guys. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. It's Sunday night. The kids have no school tomorrow. Tomorrow is President's Day, so probably just going to hang out with the family and do a few things. But should be an easy day tomorrow. All right, everybody. Have a great evening, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks, guys.